Hola y bienvenidos. Soy yo, el Señor Morris. Today, you'll be taking the evaluation for Unit 8. Now, if you have not yet studied this material, this is going to be a pre-test for you, okay? And we want to know how you do at guessing, so we ask that you do the best that you can. Now, if you've already finished studying this material, you'll be taking this as a post-test, okay? We give you this test at the end of the unit to kind of see how well you remember the things that you've studied. Either way, just try to relax and trust in your ability, and I'm sure that you'll all do fine. And remember those tips that I give you before we start. Look at the answers that you're sure you know, mark through the answers that you've used so that you'll be sure not to use the same answer twice. And don't look around at other people's answers. We want to know how you're doing, not anyone else who's sitting around you, okay? Now, we'll find out about them after the test, just like we'll find out about how you're doing. Let's get started by looking at your evaluation form, okay? Please write your name and your teacher's name right up there at the top, okay? Also, be sure to circle either the word pre-test, if you haven't studied this stuff yet, or post-test, if you've already studied it, so that we'll know that you're taking this evaluation either before or after you've studied all of this stuff. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and get started. For numbers 1 through 8, let me scoot this down so that you can see it. For numbers 1 through 8, decide which is the location of each of these countries named. Okay? We've got letters going over here. Write the letter from the map here next to the corresponding number. Okay? Let's go ahead and get started with number 1. Los Estados Unidos de América, number 1. And let's continue now with number 2. España, number 2. Let's continue now with number 3. Mexico, number 3. And now, number 4, Paraguay, number 4. And now, number 5, Cuba, number 5. Number 6, Panama, number 6. And number 7, Chile. Find where number 7 is and write it next to number 7. And finally on this page, number 8, Peru. See if you can find out where Peru is. Write the letter of your response next to number 8. let's go on now to the next page, okay? Now, on this page, first of all, please notice that the key on the right side of the page has a bunch of family relations written next to the letters, okay? And you'll see that there's a family tree down at the bottom of the page. Well, each sentence describes a relationship between people here on this family tree. Decide which relationship fits the statement here, and then write the letter from the key next to the corresponding number. Okay? I think you'll understand pretty well. Let's go ahead and begin with number 9. Doña Rosana es que de Carlos y Luisa. Number 9. Let's continue now with number 10. Juan es que de Carlos y Luisa. Let's look now at number 11. Luisa es que de Carlos. We'll continue now with number 12. Damián es que de Carlos y Luisa. Find that relationship, write the letter of your response next to number 12. Let's continue now with number 13. Valeria es que de Carlos y Luisa. Find the response to that question, write the letter of your answer next to number 13. We'll continue now with number 14. Don Sabino es que de Carlos y Luisa. Find that answer, write the letter of your response next to number 14. And now, number 15. Manuel es que de Carlos y Luisa. Please write the letter of your response next to number 15. Let's continue now with number 16. Carlos es que de Juan y Valeria. Write the letter of your response next to number 16. Number 17. Rosa es que de Carlos y Luisa. Number 17. Let's continue now with number 18. Carlos es que de Luisa. See if you can figure out the answer to that one. Write the letter of your response next to number 18. Number 19. Cristina es que de Carlos y Luisa. See if you can find the response to that and write the letter of your answer next to number 19, please. And finally, here we go. Number 20. Luisa es que de Juan y Valeria. You should only have one answer left. Please write it next to number 20. That's it. Please go ahead and turn your evaluation in to your teacher now. How'd it go? Did you feel like you recognized most of the words? If you hadn't studied the material, could you guess at any of them? Did you use your test-taking skills? Well, I tell you what, if you did the best that you honestly could, that's all that I can ask for. Now, if you're taking this evaluation as a pretest, your next class will be the first lesson of the unit called Familias del Mundo Hispano. If this was a post-test for you, you'll go on now to the next unit. Okay? Teachers, I'd like to remind you that if you want the students to take the pretest for Unit 9, you may want to get those materials reproduced. For those of you who'd like to grade your test now, I'm going to go ahead and go over the answers. If you'd prefer to grade the tests on your own, the answer key for the evaluation is found in the Learning Partner Guidelines immediately after the evaluation. If you want to put me on hold while you get ready to grade the test, go ahead and do so now. For those of you who are going to go ahead and go grade the test with me now, let's get started. Starting over here on the map of the world and the different countries. Los Estados Unidos de América. Los Estados Unidos de América, number 1, is right here. That's right. It's letter A. 1 is letter A. Number 2, España. España is over here on the Iberian Peninsula, off of Europe. That's letter H. Number 2 is letter H. Number 3, Mexico. Mexico is right here, south of the United States of America. It's letter B. Maybe I should do this, just to make sure that I don't get confused, huh? The next one, number 4, Paraguay. Paraguay is down here in the center of South America. It's letter G. Number 4 is letter G. The next one, Cuba. Cuba is the island right off the coast of Florida. That's letter C. Number 5 is letter C. Number 6, Panama. Panama is here in Central America. That's the one that the canal goes through. It is letter D. Letter D. And the next one, Chile. Chile, number 7 is Chile. And that's the one that kind of looks like a chili. It's right here along the coast. That's letter F. Number 7 is letter F. And the final one on this page is Peru. In Peru, that's where Machu Picchu is. We talked about that. That is letter E. Number 8 is letter E. So there are your responses for the first page. Okay, let's go ahead and look now at the second page. This is the one where we had to decide the relationships between the family members that we saw in this family tree. Let's go ahead and start over here. Doña Rosana es que de Carlos y Luisa. Here's Doña Rosana, and here's Carlos and Luisa. She's their grandmother. Y en español es la abuela, letter D. Number 9 is letter D. Okay. Juan es que de Carlos y Luisa. Okay, again we see here's Juan, here are Carlos and Luisa. He is their papá, letter H. Es el papá de Carlos y Luisa. How about this? Luisa es que de Carlos. Luisa es que de Carlos. Ella es la hermana, letter C. Number 12. Damián es que de Carlos y Luisa. Here's Damián, here's Carlos and Luisa. Es el tío. Number 12 is letter E. Es el tío. Valeria es que de Carlos y Luisa. Here's Valeria, here's Carlos and Luisa. Ella es la mamá, letter B. Okay. Don Sabino es que de Carlos y Luisa. Here's Don Sabino, Carlos y Luisa. Es el abuelo, letter A. Okay. Manuel es que de Carlos y Luisa. Here's Manuel, here's Carlos y Luisa. Es el primo, letter K. Number 15 is letter K. Number 16, Carlos es que de Juan y Valeria. Here's Carlos, here's Juan y Valeria. Es el hijo, letter I. Okay. Rosa es que de Carlos y Luisa. Okay, here's Rosa, here's Carlos and Luisa. Ella es la tía, letter G. Okay. Carlos es que de Luisa. Es el hermano, letter J. Letter J. Cristina es que de Carlos y Luisa. Here's Cristina, here's Carlos y Luisa. Es la prima, letter L. And finally, Luisa es que de Juan y Valeria. Ella es la hija, letter F. So there are your answers for numbers 9 through 20. All right. Well, I'm glad that you all got to participate in that evaluation. If you're going to start the unit on families, I think you'll enjoy it a lot. And if you're going on to the next unit, we'll see you in next class. Until then, muchísimas gracias to all of you. Y adiós. Hasta luego.